know.
Okay, we'll talk about the history of smoking cigars for us and our friend Jed. Basically, we all turned 18, and we were like, yeah, we're 18, we're adults. Now, what can we do with our
powers?
With our new adult powers? And it's like, not much. Our options are...
Let's join the army. Never mind.
Don't want to join the army. It's like, get a job. I already got a job when I was 17. So it's like, okay, I already got a job. And then it was like, you can smoke and you can go to like titty bars, but you can't drink at the titty bars.
And
but
we're
you
also
can get
like,
in.
we don't want to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, and we're like, okay, well...
Jed's like, I do.
Yeah, Jed did. But then remember, Frank was like, okay, it's your 18th birthday. I'm going to take you to a titty bar. So our friend takes us to a titty bar and proceeds to get us a lap dance from the fattest chick at the titty bar.
Yes.
And he also... Like BO. She smelled like BO, yeah. And I was like, Frank, why did you pick the fattest girl to give me a lap dance? But he was into that. He was into big girls. So to him, that was like the hottest chick in the club.
Yeah.
And I was like, you totally...
He thought he was doing us a big favor.
I mean, he at least paid for it. So
yeah, I can't complain too much.
But I remember like seeing how much he paid for it. And I'm like, well, fuck that. It is so expensive to go to titty bars and get a lap dance. It was like, $40 for like a song. And I was like, and she's just like smelled like BO, like get off of me.
And she also wanted us to tip her and buy her a drink. That's like another $15 minimum. I mean, the drink is like $9 and then tip her on top of that. I'm like, you reek. And like my friend's paying for me. So, but what is funny is like after he got you a lap dance.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm looking around and I'm seeing some, like, I'm 18, like, I'm used to fucking high school girls. And so I'm in a room with, like, smoking hot stripper, like, 22-year-olds.
Like, developed women.
Yeah, developed women. I'm thinking, like, these are some of the hottest women I've ever seen in my life. And I'm freaking out about it. And then he's just like, I got you, man. This one's up next. And I'm just like, huh? And then I get the fat chick too. He's like, no, I'm getting you too, buddy. I'm like, no, like look at these. And then he did the same thing to
yeah. He did this. What was his name?
Billy.
Yeah, he did the same thing.
Billy was really pissed.
Yeah, Billy was like, dude, let me pick my own girl, man.
Billy was another guy who was older, like Frank. And so after Frank got Gavin and I, he just like set us up with the cow, the group at the strip club. What is it? We're in like fucking Orange County. There's plenty of hot chicks around. And so what is it? He gets both of us, and I'm just like, thanks, man. Like, I remember I'm sitting there just like trying not to take deep breaths because she smelled so bad.
She like we're not like.
I'm not trying to be an asshole.
We're not embellishing the story. Like she really did.
She had BO.
Smell like fucking body odor. Like she smelled like a men's locker room, and she's grinding on me. And I remember she's saying like, "You can touch me." And I'm like,
she did that to me. Are you not confusing what?
No, she said it to me too.
Oh, I remember being like, "You could." She's like, "You can touch me." And I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. I was like,
I don't want to get that stank on me.
She's like, "Have you ever had a lap dance before?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Oh, I'm popping your cherry." I'm like, that sounds gross. Like, please don't say that. I feel like I'm being violated.
Yeah. I thought you were going to talk about cigars, though.
Well, okay, so we did that.
We did the strip
We did
club.
our 2 18-year-old powers where we can go to strip clubs and not buy drinks, but look at boobs. And then we could smoke. Boobs. And we were like, well, fuck strip clubs. They're too goddamn expensive on my, part-time job working at a Chinese food restaurant. And then it was like smoking. Well, I don't want to smoke cigarettes. So then fucking Hallam, I don't know, he was in high school, but he was like the old man.
He was 1 year older than us.
But he was like an old man. He was like an old soul, you know?
Yeah.
He was like an old soul trapped in a young 19-year-old, 18-year-old kid's body. And
yeah,
so
he was always Hallam the wise.
Yeah, he was just like the wise one. He was like, yeah. Anyways, he wanted to smoke cigars, or he had a couple cigars, and then it just turned into like, oh yeah, we could buy cigars. We're 18. I could do that. Smoking cigarettes is lame, but smoking cigars looks cool, and you don't inhale it, and it's expensive.
Tastes good.
Well, at least, we didn't really have the palate to like.
Well, I always thought it. I always liked the smell. Even when I was like a kid and I smelled and I like was around adults smoking cigars, I was always like, That's such a bold and unique smell.
Yeah,
You know what I
it
mean?
smells like incense to me. I like love the smell of cigar. Like when we
Yeah.
were both valet parkers with Jed. Jed was a valet parker, and whenever some
Wait, Jed was a valet parker?
yeah,
Not with us.
yeah, he not with us, but he was a valet parker later, right? Jed,
Maybe.
Jed, were you ever a valet parker? I can't remember now. I think about it.
We were with Anthony. I remember Jed
Anthony.
picked me up several times from work.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe I'm mixing up Anthony.
Yeah, he was a valet parker later, but I don't think I ever worked with him.
Yeah. Hey, what up, Chris? Chris is shooting.
Hey, Chris, what up, buddy? Anyways.
Yeah, but anyway, so anyway, long story short, we all started sharing cigars. We'd get like one cigar, and all of our friends would just share it. And we kind of do that until someone found out about a house party somewhere. So we would just kind of hang out with our dude friends. Everybody would have their phones and text to somebody and be like, "Hey, is there a house party going on somewhere?" And we just kind of smoke a cigar for an hour or two. We'd drive up on a mountain, just kind of with a good view of the Coachella Valley. We're from Palm Desert, the Coachella Valley, and we'd get a good view of the desert and just smoke a cigar and talk for like 2 hours. And then someone would be like, "Oh, there's a party in fucking blah blah blah," and we just like, "Okay, let's jump in our cars and go to the party." And that was kind of like the routine. And then slowly but surely, like, okay, fuck sharing this stuff. You're spitting all over the cigar. I'm just gonna buy my own cigar. And then here we are, fucking more than 10 years later, smoking cigars.
Yeah, I remember in L.A. Gavin and I brought the habit or the like kind of the ritual to be like, all right, you show up at a party and have like a cigar, and then before you get like too drunk and really into party mode, like kick it on like the patio, smoke a cigar and hang out, and then get buck wild. You know what I mean?